mayhem. Joiners, carpenters, like plumbers, electricians, all wandering about, musicians and stuff.
You've built a recording studio in. Was that why you wanted the property?
Well, yeah, that was what attracted me in the first place. I mean, the fact that I had all the outbuildings and a whole series of outbuildings, and one of them was particularly dry, and it just made sense to, you know, work there. The interesting story about the place, especially the studio, was seemingly one of the guys that ran it, one of the farmers that had it way back in about the early 1900s, was an alcoholic who had a pony and trap that took him down to the pub, and he came back with his carryouts, and he didn't want to get rid of the bottles, you know, where anybody could see them, so he put them inside the walls. When we built the studio and, like, they ripped the walls apart, we found all these bottles of champagne and whiskey and stuff like that.
And given how you're feeling today, that's quite appropriate.
Very appropriate, you know. 36 years old, birthday yesterday, not feeling well at all.
That's an accommodation block, is it? Do you get many people staying over?
Yeah, I mean, all the bands that stay in the studio, they all reside there. I mean, there's basically like 4 bedrooms and a kitchen. We're going to try and build another recording studio at the back, like a small one, more a demo studio than anything else.
And a great hammock there.
The hammock comes from Bequia in the Caribbean. Here I use it about 1 day, 2 days a year.
So where do these French doors lead then?
Through the office and into the recording studio. The studio, this has been on the go since 1988. And as a commercial studio since 1991. And this is the loud, loud, loud room.
The house on the inside looks nothing like you'd think it would from the outside. Was that deliberate to change the space?
I always like big rooms, and like the one we're in just now is like the music room. And I'm one of those weird guys that sort of like when I go in the house, it's like the first thing I set up is like the hi-fi, and you know, get the right room for the speakers. And this one's a great hi-fi room. The fireplace was originally hidden, but when we found out there was a fireplace in there, I'd happened to go along to like the Glasgow College, and we saw this Rennie Mackintosh thing. Took the photograph and brought it back to like the builders and said, "Can you do this?" And they went, "Oh yeah, great." Da, 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 da. And it was built, and it's my favourite room in the house.
The paintings are very distinctive in both this room and in your television room.
Yeah. Well, they come from mainly the Mark Wilkinson stuff, which is Mark did all the artwork for Marillion and for Mon Solo stuff. And it accumulates as well. And the problems with framing are a joke. So you're always like struggling to like get the proper frames done and put them up. But this one is like the Marillion room.
The main painting behind you there is great. What's the background to that?
This is The Girdler by Keith McIntyre.
It's hard to say where the living space ends and the workspace begins. Is that how you like a house? Is that how it all has evolved, that the kind of the work and the living are all mixed up together?
Not through choice, actually. It's no, it's one of those. It's an accidental thing. I mean, when we built the studio, it was a wonderful idea, like we can separate. We had this, the office was the in-between zone, it was like the border. And but the border doesn't exist anymore. And because, you know, I'll write in here as much as through in the studio.